Oh, hello again everyone, and welcome back once again. Thanks for visiting. I'm going to do some close-in work today on the TSR2 canopies. You've seen a little bit of this before, but I'm going to show you where we've progressed to, and just show you the fitting of some very small parts, and hopefully my bloody great big hands don't get in the way, and you're able to see one or two things that are going on. So where are we just yet? So as you will recall, I wanted to introduce some detail into the canopy so that if you look at it from sort of that angle, it looks like it's not just a barren, featureless expanse when I have the canopies open. And I've begun to do that. So I'm going to show you all the detail so you can see it exactly. This is the Checkmaster kit's hinges here and here. And they're super glued in onto the base of the canopy, roof there. You can see that this bar here is a bit pissed. It's not quite in the right place. It's ridden back here. This is the difficulty of using pieces of plastic that are quite springy, and what they tend to do is move one way or the other. It's a bloody nuisance, but there we are. The other pieces, it seems to have come out rather better, and what's going to happen with these is I'm going to put some mixture of dissolved putty and Mr. Surfacer in here, because as you can see, I suspect you can probably make out here there's some cracks in here. That's because as you bend these things they do crack, and the action of putting glue onto them doesn't really help the matter any, let's put it like that. However, there are some techniques that I've developed in this regards which kind of help to make putting pieces of plastic into curved and compound surfaces like this much easier. So here's an example here of a piece of just 0.6 a square plastic rod, and it starts its life being a straight section, and if you want to bend it, you can bend it rather like wire. It's really quite good. So all you do is take it between your thumb and your forefinger and just curve it like that. And you can curve it quite acutely, as you can see, and this then gives us the ability to be able to place it into an area, for example like that there. Hopefully you can see this. That's really going to be in close, this. Oh, there we go. Where are my tweezers? There they are. So what we can do is we can show this. You can get, yeah, this is not going to be the easiest thing to do. You can get this thing in really close, and once you start to glue it in, it'll stay in without being really under tension. So I want it to be in approximately the right place, like that, and then I can just cut off the section that I don't need. So I want to run this piece of there we go. I want to run this piece right up to the edge just there. So let's see how we get on with that. Place it in as accurately as I can. I need to cut that back a bit more, so let's just cut a little bit more back there, and that's about right, I would say, just there. So what we can then do is take our tweezers and we carefully grasp. Now with this very thin sections, you can grip it but not too tightly. If you grip it too tightly, that sort of thing happens, as you can see. So the idea is to put it into approximately the right position. Oh, yes, okay. I knew this compound surface would be rather more difficult than the rest of them, and I didn't film the rest of them, but I decided to do this one instead. So what we'll do, we'll just straighten that up a little bit there. That's more like it. So what we'll then do is we'll not use the tweezers, we'll just hold that up to its section there and just grasp it with a nail there. Hopefully you can see this. Let's just go out just a little bit, and then we're going to glue it in and hold it with the extra thin quick setting. acquainted my hand with that. There we go. So we've now fit that section. So I can leave that loose bit there for a while and just let that first section dry and harden off, and I can look at the second section. So again, we have a piece of straight section plastic rod here, and all we need to do is just to gently turn it. And as I said, you can make this really quite an acute curve if you want. For thicker sections you can use warm water, and flat board sections you can do the same thing, and the fitting is quite permanent, or the change is quite permanent. Just turn that round there, so that conforms roughly to the shape that I'm looking for. So what I'll then do is I'll hold that into that section there and just see if I can get the length right. I need to curve that just a little bit more there. This is one of the great things about scratch building. You can achieve some great things really quite easily, to be honest with you, with a bit of patience, and sometimes there's a moderate amount of bad language involved, but not an excessive amount. Words like "oh fiddlesticks" and things like that may be coming out. Perhaps if I drop a small section it falls on the carpet. People who handle photo etch will know exactly what I mean by that. So I think that's about the area there. I may need to cut a bit of that off, but I'm going to leave that on there. Again, hold it down with a nail and then butt it up properly, and then hold on to it. And that's great stuff, this extra thin quick setting. It makes this sort of job so much easier. And then we have a, as you can see there, border all around this, and then after having allowed that to all dry away, I can put some mixture of Mr. Surfacer and dissolved putty gently in with an old gash brush, and that will be more or less complete. So I'm going to let those dry for a minute, and we'll just go to this other, put that over there for a second. Don't need that section anymore. Put that away in my little ditty box. So let's show you the front canopy. As you can see here, with the front canopy I've done the same thing as before. I won't put any more in than this, to be honest with you, because there's really no need, because once you get it into this position here, there's visual interest. Oh, light switched off. Let's switch that back on. There's visual interest drawn to the eye with these sections here, and the framework sections, but the principal interest is going to be down there in the cockpit, of course. So there we go. But these will be finished, and what I'm going to do with this, because of my research, is this section is going to be white and then stained and so on and so forth, and this section will be darkish grey, so the same colour pretty much as the cockpit, and then again stained as well, so that that confirms with the photographs I've seen. And I'm using some author's license here because I suspect that, from what I can see, when the aircraft actually flew, this framework wasn't really visible because it was covered by some sort of a cover. But, you know, as I say, I think I want visual interest there, and that's how we're going to finish this up. Put that away over there, don't need that. And after that's done, then I'll remove the masking covers here, and I'm going to try and reuse them on the inside, because what I'll do is I'll paint the inside panels here with a mixture of transparent orange and titanium gold, a lot less titanium gold than transparent orange, because it goes speckledy, which is not really what you want. Then I shall cover it over with the mask, and then I can paint in this area and then varnish it and stain it and so on and so forth, and everything should be okay, so that once I take the cover off the inside, then what we should have is that gold colour shining through these windows here, and it should look okay. So there's a quick video on cockpit canopy detailing and what I've achieved, which I hope you find interesting, and I'll come back with another one at some stage in the near future. Thanks very much for watching, and take care. Happy modelling. Bye bye for now.